So if you've been on TikTok or Instagram at all recently, you've probably been caught in the crossfire of this completely baffling new trend. It's just two numbers yelled with a surprising amount of passion: 6, 7. Today, we're going to crack the code on this wild Gen Alpha meme.
You might see it in the comments, hear it screamed in the background of some random video, or even see it happen in a classroom. It feels like you're hearing the punchline to a joke you were never told. And that feeling of confusion, that's our starting point. Someone analyzing this whole trend said something that just hits the nail on the head. The appeal here isn't about being clever or witty. It's the sheer unadulterated absurdity of it all. It's a meme that's designed to be nonsense. And that's the whole point. Okay, so what is this thing, officially? Well, 6-7 is basically a viral slang term, a meme, that has absolutely taken over platforms where Gen Alpha hangs out. But you should think of it less like a word and more like a sound, a chant that has just completely exploded. But to really get it, we have to go back. We need to play detective and find out where this whole thing even came from. Right, so every great meme has an origin story. And the tale of 6-7 is like this perfect storm of modern internet culture. It's got music, it's got sports, it's got a completely random viral moments, all smashed together into one weird, explosive package. Okay, so here's how it all went down. It all starts with this song by an artist named Skrilla, and in it, the lyric 6-7 is just repeated over and over. That planted the seed. Then, the internet did what the internet does, right? It started making connections. All of a sudden, people are using this sound in edits of the basketball player LaMelo Ball, who just so happens to be, you guessed it, 6'7". But the thing that really lit the fuse? A now infamous clip of some kid at a basketball game just screaming 6-7 at the top of his lungs. And boom, that's the moment it became a full-blown, unstoppable meme. So, okay, we know where it came from. We've got the pieces. But that still leaves us with the biggest question of all: what on earth does it mean?
And this is where we get to the real heart of the mystery. We know the who and the where, but we're still totally stumped on the what. What are these kids actually saying when they shout 6-7?
I mean, this is the real puzzle, isn't it? Is it some secret code, a reference we're all just missing, an inside joke? Well, the search for what it means has actually kicked up a bunch of different theories.
So you've got a few different camps here. The most obvious one goes back to those LaMelo Ball edits. The idea that it's literally about someone who's 6'7" tall. Simple enough. Then you've got people who think it's a bit more abstract, like you just say it whenever you see the number 6 or 7 pop up anywhere. And then, of course, you have the theories that just lean into the chaos, that it's totally ironic, has no reason, or it's just a random thing you shout to be funny. And you know what? Well, all of these theories are floating around out there. The real answer is something completely different. And honestly, it's even weirder. Okay, get ready for it. This is the big reveal. Because after all that digging, after tracing the origins and sifting through all the theories, the answer to what 6-7 actually means is, well, it's not something you're going to find in any dictionary.
Yup, that's it. The big punchline is that there is no punchline. The whole search for some clear, concrete definition, it's a total dead end. 6-7 doesn't mean anything in that normal, everyday way. But, and this is a big but, that doesn't mean it's meaningless. So this is where we have to completely change how we're thinking about it. We have to stop looking for a dictionary definition and start thinking about its social function. It's not a word, it's a signal.
Okay, think about it like this. Words have two kinds of meaning, right? You've got the lexical meaning, the dictionary one. An apple is a fruit that grows on a tree. Simple. But then there's social meaning, what using a word says about you. 6-7 has zero lexical meaning, but man, is it packed with social meaning. Saying it is like a secret handshake. It tells everyone else that you're in the group, that you get the joke, even if the whole joke is that there is no joke. So yeah, the most important thing here isn't what it means, it's what it does. It's a tool, a way to create this instant sense of belonging. Which brings us to the final, and maybe most interesting question of all: why? Why does something so completely nonsensical go viral? What's the point of a meme that, by its very design, means nothing?
You might have heard the term brain rot thrown around to describe this kind of stuff. It's basically a catch-all for memes and online content that feels super low effort, absurd, and almost intentionally pointless. And while that sounds, well, pretty negative, it's actually a pretty good description for this style of humor that's just everywhere online now. Right, so even though brain rot sounds bad, this kind of humor actually has a really powerful job. It's not just about turning your brain off. It's actually a surprisingly clever way to build a community and find your people. So here's how it actually works as a social tool. First, you just drop 6-7 into a completely random situation. By doing that, you're basically sending up a little flare, a signal to anyone else who gets it. And when someone else does recognize it, you get this instant connection. You've both just proven you're part of the same online club, which makes that in-group feel even stronger.
And really, that's the whole magic of it. 6-7 works because it's absurd. The fact that it's random isn't a flaw, it's the entire point. It's like this super exclusive inside joke where the only thing you need to know is that you're supposed to say it. And all of this leaves us with this really big, fascinating question about internet culture today. A question that's way bigger than just these two numbers. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Is a meme like 6-7 just meaningless brain rot, a sign that culture is heading downhill? Or is it something else? Is it a new, kind of chaotic and totally digital form of creativity? A new way for a generation to connect, not through some deep shared meaning, but through sharing something that's just beautifully nonsensical? The answer, just like the meme itself, is anything but simple.